today. Guys, we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Right now, it's time for Squawk on the Street.
Dang, Microsoft buys Blizzard. I own a ton of Blizzard stock, dude. I just made out like a bandit. Wow, that was really good news. Yeah, buddy. All right, so the morning's good for me since I own I own Blizzard stock, and I bought a lot of it for $60.
And we've got Microsoft's mega gaming.
Yeah, buddy, dude.
Activision, Blizzard, the price tag. All
I own both companies.
Close to $70 billion. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick and Microsoft's gaming CEO Phil Spencer.
Smart move by Microsoft.
And airline CEOs issuing a dire warning about 5G.
Look at that. It's up $23 to the moon, man.
Aviation crisis.
Start out with that.
Oh, man, that's great news for me. I'm going to cash out.
Biggest deal for Microsoft ever.
This is incredible. It's a wake-up call for everybody who's thinking the market's overvalued and people worried about the
That's amazing, man. I bought so much Activision for $60.
About the idea that we have inflation. No.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, this is a solid deal of a subscription business that is really going to help Microsoft. They've been trying very quietly to build this business over the last couple of years. It goes perfectly with Xbox. They needed first-person writing. They needed to have their own proprietary intellectual property.
Wait, so it's like a year from now?
That the intellectual property buried within Activision Blizzard is probably the best.
It's quite significant. Obviously, we also know the company has been having, let's call it a series of significant challenges over the last year. And, you know, you might expect, well, was this what led to this potential deal? It's not clear that that was the case.
Well, Bill Gates now owns Blizzard.
To your point, Jim, is that Satya Nadella,
Call of Duty is now owned by Bill Gates.
And wants to be competitive.
Thank you for the likes, guys, and thank you for the follows.
We saw a deal last week we thought was a fairly important deal, the Zynga deal with Take-Two, but this obviously so far.
Gaming's the future, guys. That's where you make money.
You know, we'll have a chance to talk, obviously.
Dang, 35%. I'm taking profits on Activision Blizzard.
But the metaverse has got to play an important role here, one would expect.
Look, Microsoft has the money to be able to develop it. Carl, when LinkedIn collapsed a few years ago now, because they missed the quarter, immediately Microsoft moved in. Of course, at the same time, actually a little ahead. Salesforce.
Congrats to everyone that bought Activision Blizzard.
As opposed to, say, Twitter. LinkedIn is friendly. It's subscription. When you go to it, everybody's a gentleman. You know, when I look at my Twitter feed, my mention feed, I want to put people in jail.
Oh, man.
It's always like, oh, that's a good opportunity.
Yeah, I started buying
Microsoft's Mr. Clean.
when it went down to, like the 60 level. So I definitely got lucky.
I think Zynga was the beginning of what Take-Two.
But I like Blizzard or Activision as a gaming company.
They've been kind of resisting mobile. But David, I think that's the whole idea that you can buy.
Why is Electronic Arts up?
Because of this means that you think that Metaverse can do it.
I'm probably just gonna buy more. I'm gonna sell my my Blizzard, and I'll probably buy more Microsoft.
But it's gonna be held up. But I'm saying it'll get complete.
Right, and you're talking antitrust, and yes, it would not appear on the face of it that this should be viewed as anti-competitive. But given the current situation in terms of regulation for antitrust right now, there's no doubt it's going to get a very hard look.
I don't think so. It's Microsoft. They'll get away with it. Thank you, Jason, for the follow. And thank you, Colorado, for the likes.
But you've got to know it's going to get a long. They're talking 2020 close. Yeah, I think you got to keep those kinds of things and what efforts Microsoft will make employees to make sure that it's done. I mean, what if they want to bring it to court? Even nothing to actually base that on. You never know with this current regulatory regime in face. But they seem willing to talk. And to your point, it seems as given the competitive landscape, particularly in the metaverse, that they feel like, hey, there's nothing we're doing here that's going to be anti-competitive.
Right.
By the way, we didn't even
Microsoft trying to get into the metaverse.
It figures very prominently. It said that things thinks about oftentimes.
Well, when you look at, say, AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, when you talk about combinations there, well, that could raise your phone bill. But David, I mean, what are you going to raise your Call of Duty bill? I mean,
Your Call of Duty bill.
Carl, I think we have to understand this whole universe. Look, 33 million people gaming is incredible. But if the federal government decides, listen, we're drawing a line, we are not going to let you charge more for more.
You know, there is the thing here in terms of who's
Right. Yeah.
if some of these people are right about it becoming such an important part of our life or the life of our children, let's say, you do wonder. The antitrust laws are not built for this, so it's not going to be something.
Thank you for the likes, guys. Appreciate it.
But you do wonder who the real powers are going to be when it comes to this.
Well,
The development of this thing that we're going to talk about a lot potentially is going to take up an awful lot of people's time and money.
Today, Moffat Nathanson has a laundry list of the 72,000 things that need to be done at Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the likes, guys. Appreciate it.
If I were representing the Activision Blizzard in front of the FTC, which fortunately I'm not, I would say I've got 20 companies that need to be in this business. 20. I mean, think about it. Do you think that Viacom, CBS doesn't have to be? Do you think that the parent company of this network doesn't have to think about?
Yeah.
Thank you, Roland, for the follow and the likes.
What did they think about something like this? Meanwhile, Activision was $100 a year ago. It's coming down to 65. So are we entering an environment where mega cap with tons of cash can make offers for companies that were essentially back to prior highs?
I think so, provided that they don't get this FTC scrutiny. Well, I'm a huge believer that there are many, many undervalued companies in this marketplace. And
Yeah, Activision was cheap. No problem. Love going live.
David, I know companies like, let's say AMD and NVIDIA. Okay, now they moved up very big.
Yes.
Now they've come down very big.
Yes.
Or Snowflake, which has gone down from 400 to 280, gets an upgrade. But if you look at NVIDIA.
Thank you for the likes. We're about to hit 1,000.
These programs are written. They're written on hardware. There's one company. Just NVIDIA. No one else has the ability.
Thank you. Yeah. The morning live. I can guarantee you pretty much every morning when the stock market opens, I will try to live stream.
It's a different world right now for antitrust than we've been dealing with.
But what do you envision?
I don't know what to envision, and it's, by the way, there's no clear roadmap here for the companies either, and I think that makes things a little more fraught. That's all. Not to mention the EU. Let's not forget the EU. Let's not forget the Chinese. You shake your head, but the EU,
no, I don't. I mean,
when it comes to privacy, when it comes to all of these things, is far ahead of us in regulation,
right?
And they're certainly going to have a look at any of these kinds of this deal in a significant way. You got to get EU. You got to get China. So
AMD's islands. How long is that like ancient?
Yeah.
He's mentioning AMD, the chip maker. I'm really bullish on that company. That's where all the gaming platforms run on.
It's certainly something. And that's one reason.
Oh wow, Tesla might open under 1,000.
It's trading at a discount, obviously, to $95 a share cash, but because it's going to take quite some time, and there is some risk.
It could hurt the market badly if they.
And there doesn't appear to be anybody else here, by the way. I would point out.
Right.
Not clear how much of an option they did, but there doesn't appear to be anybody willing to pay $95.
Market could get hurt if they come out.
Go against this deal. I mean, look, right now, Exxon has an interesting proposal. Okay. Now, if you're going to meet the target, say Exxon is, then you have to sell off the worst parts of your business in terms of its pollution. And I wonder, look, David, when you look at Exxon, which you know very, very well, I mean,
nice, we hit 1,000 likes. Thank you, Colbs.
Exxon can't buy anybody, but private equity can buy some of their pieces. Maybe it's a private equity thing. Maybe like the coal steel that we're going to have to get.
All right, I'm gonna go make some tea, and I'm gonna hit up Party Finance to see if he wants to come on this live stream.
By the way, you raised a
So I'm gonna end this live, but just check in about 5 minutes. I'll go live again. Thank you for watching, guys, and you'll see me come back on really, really soon.
On the energy transition, and just as a